Okay, basically what we're going to do here is about 4 or 5 different exercises. Through all these exercises, the dog will be at my left side. You hear me say that and talk about that through the whole video. The dog is always at my left side, okay? We're going to do the heel on leash, the sit stay, the down stay, and the recall. Hand signals to sit. Just bring your hand up like that when you tell her to sit, okay? Stay, put the palm of your hand in her face to tell her to stay. Come, bring your hand to your chest and ask her to come. And down, just have her in a sit. Always have her in a sit first. Put your finger right to the ground as you tell her to down. She's not the best at her down yet, but she's getting better. When we return, we'll start out with a heel on leash. Okay, this is going to be Chanel's heel on leash. The dog will always, again, be at your left side, okay? On her right now, we have the prong collar, but you can do either one. You can do the prong collar or just the little black leash that goes around the neck. I'll show you when you come to pick her up. Anyway, the dog is at your left side, and as you take your first step, just ask her to heel and just keep walking with her, praise her, talk to her, make it fun for her to want to heel, and when you stop walking, they should automatically stop as well. So go ahead and do your heel.
Come on, Chanel. Come on, Chanel. Good girl. Chanel, good girl. Chanel.
When you stop, she stops. Very good.
Come on, Chanel. Come on, Chanel. Good girl.
Exercise finished. Very good. Okay, this is going to be Chanel's sit stay. You got her sitting at your left side. Okay, you go put your hand in her face, tell her to stay as you walk to the end of your leash. Okay, reinforce the word stay as you walk to the end of your leash so she doesn't try to follow you. And then you're going to turn and face her, and you can just stay out there for 3 seconds or so to start out with, then return to the exact same position that she's standing at now, and then you release the dog. And I usually say free or okay or whatever you want to do, so you release the dog. Okay, Tiffany, go ahead and stay your dog.
Chanel, stay. 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 Stay.
Exercise finished. Chanel's down stay. Again, you got her sit at your left side, okay? You're gonna turn and face her, put your finger right to the ground and tell her to down. If you gotta tell her any more than twice, you gently pull her front feet out real slow to where she lays down, tell her to stay, reinforce it very firmly, because when you try to walk away, she's gonna pop up. She's pretty good about that. So anyway, you turn and face her and tell her to go down. Chanel, down. She knows what I mean, but she doesn't want to do it, so you just gently put her down like that. Stay. 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 Exercise finished. Praise your dog. Good girl. Okay, this is going to be Chanel's recall. At your left side, you're going to put her in a sit. Tell her to stay. Walk to the end of your leash, reinforcing the word stay so she doesn't follow you. Turn and face her. Bring your hand to your chest and tell her to come. As long as she comes to your feet, that's all we want at this point. Sit. Stay. 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 Chanel, come. Good girl. Good girl. Exercise finished. Praise the Lord. Okay, for a conclusion, Chanel's done pretty well. I can't really say one has done any better than the other. Louis started out really good, and I think the prong collar, Louis does not like the prong collar. I think he actually, he kind of shut down a little bit. I had to really be easy and be really good buddies with him before he kind of turned around. So you got to take it real slow. These guys are bulldogs, so they're bullheaded, very stubborn at times, not always, but at times, and they're very young yet. So between all those things, sometimes they don't act like they've been taught a darn thing, and other times they do. Louis a few days back, man, he did everything. Boom, 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 boom. We were done. He did sat every time I stopped walking. He was perfect. Next time I came out, he acted like he never had done it before. So I think it's, like I said, the breed, being stubborn, and also their age. But anyway, just like Louie, going in and out of doorways, I put him in a sit, put her in a sit, tell her to stay. I open up the door. If the dog pops up, I continue to open the door, but I make her sit again, tell her to stay. Just like a recall, I walked into the door first. I got the dog on a leash, of course, and then I call her, just like the recall, tell her to come through the door after I do. It's a good thing to get in the habit of. That way when you open a door at home later on in their lives, they'll still know they're not supposed to go, busting through the doorway before everybody else. If you want to continue, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. So you can kind of experiment when you get home, whether you use, I've got a little black leash that goes around the neck. It's just a little slip collar that you can use. And then this prong collar you can use too. When they get a little bit bigger, the prong collar works better because they can pull harder when they get bigger, but they should be more trained as they get bigger if you continue this at home. I'm just giving them a foundation, and then as you get them home, if you can do this once a day or twice a day inside your home or outside, preferably both, and that way just only do it about 10 minutes each time you do it. If you're doing it, you're into 20 and 30 minutes, they're going to start getting bored and they're going to hate it. So only do it like 10 minutes, end it on a good note, and wait till the next time, the next day or later that day to do it again. And they'll get better and better. I've tried treats a little bit with them. Sometimes treats works a little bit. I usually do that as a last resort, so I try not to do it too much here. But when Louie shut down a little bit, I try to get treats. It did help him come back into it a little bit better. But it's a challenge with these guys just because of their breed and their age, but they can do it. So thank you very much for allowing me to work with them. Good girl. Good girl.